Hey everybody, welcome to the Command Center. It's the 4th of July edition.
It's 4th of July, but we
Laser
ain't
edition.
celebrating shit.
Yeah, they have a big blue laser out tonight. I haven't seen that one.
Gotta switch it up, I guess.
they're not even blocking traffic in Portland.
Man, they saw that video of dudes just getting ran the fuck over, and it was
Oh,
like,
come
you
on,
know,
man, too soon.
it's not a joke. I'm just saying, maybe they literally saw that and was like, we're not staying on the road because psychos will fucking drive over us, and then they'll have other psychos defend them.
Um, I was gonna say Happy 4th of July to everybody. Like in reference, like the first one. But like a lot of the people in this country's families weren't free, or were being genocided, or were being in a different country at the time. So I don't know. It's really complicated. I like how people just
Yeah,
ignore that. Like, they're supposed to be inclusive. That the other people are supposed to be inclusive to uh, a country that was really weird at the start. Like, everybody's supposed to
yeah.
act like America was perfect. Like, what?
I told my wife that shit earlier today, and she was like, "Why don't you want to celebrate?" And I was like, "Cause I would have been a slave like the first time this was around, so I don't
Yeah.
really care."
Like, it's complicated. Like,
Uh,
people act like the
uh,
history was perfect. Like not that it's bad. Like, that there was good stuff in it, but they act like it was perfect. Like,
yeah.
what? Lazy,
See these
lazy
dudes in
love.
Portland fucking launching fireworks at the precinct. I love it.
Oh, they switched to laser cam on the woke. There's shit. I gotta do the recap. Um, here we go, boys. I actually fell asleep and I don't know what the fuck happened today. So here we go. Oh wait, well before that, we're gonna do the Boog movement. So
Okay.
today, Orange Black Lives Matter and quote unquote Boogaloo protesters joined forces for an open carry rally against police violence and government overreach. Hell yes. I'll have, and then, so this guy put this out, and Luke retweeted it, which is ironic. Now all of a sudden he wants to, so, whatever. Uh, but I've been telling Bruce for a while. Uh, Shout out to the Boogs.
So man, I've been sharing all my boog memes with you. Get out of here.
So the guy there, this dude in this weird shirt, he went with the no mask. That guy has no mask too, but a decent amount of mask. But that's for you to decide, of course. This dude's like jacked as fuck in that tight ass shirt that's about to rip off. It's funny. Anyways, he said he was like a marine, and I think it said he was the organizer. He seemed cool as shit, and it was dope. And I watched there's videos and they're dope. Uh, but yeah, he's a marine veteran that organized the event. But I've been telling Bruce, I've been telling him only a matter of times till the Boogs go and show support. They need a peace treaty.
Man, it seems like they just came out on their own. It was like, yeah, we can get behind this.
So as for,
Depends on if they stay though. That's all I care
hey man,
about.
they
Is if
came
they
out.
actually
That's all
go.
that matters. They did more than what the Seaplane did. Ah, too soon.
Oh, too
Uh,
soon. Poor
so,
seaplane.
so I appreciate that shit, man. I said the Boogs, like, anybody that's like against the police state should go out and protest with them. It only makes sense. Join them. They're deep. It's people. Like, that's the thing. We're what, day 38. Like, we're
Yes.
deep in it now. Like now's the time the protest can morph and change and it not be
We
disrespectful
need
as
some
long as
shit
you're
that's gonna last.
respectful
That's gonna
too.
last over a year. Though we need
Yeah.
like them boycotts they used to be doing. That's like 378 days. Them kind of shit.
W- I don't know. We'll see. Like, that would be what we do after the election type of thing. I don't know. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I have no idea. I think it's not boycotts. I think it's seriously just a mass boycott, rent strike, capitalist,
Yeah, I'm
except
not
for the
saying do
essential strike.
boycotts. I think boycotts will help out, but I'm
Uh,
saying like we need something gonna last as long
well,
as
really,
that
what
kind of
you would
stuff
do is you
did.
just take over the city and do localized communism until you force the government to restructure. But that's a sin in America. I don't know, because I don't mean it. I mean it was like a semi-autonomous type strategy, like
Yeah.
Seattle, but you do for the entire city. But such a thing like that is actual warfare on the government. So I don't know if we can do that.
Well, I thought you were
Right? Ain't
against the
that what you do?
warfare.
Isn't that what you
What
would
the?
do in a situation? Isn't that one of the strats?
I mean, yeah, you
You
just
just
section
stop
off
using
of like
currency, and you just get a list of everybody in the city, get a checklist, and and you try to not be douchey about everything, and you break it up amongst your
I
family.
mean,
Take
yeah, you're gonna have to ration out everything because the
yeah.
government's not gonna support it. People aren't gonna be working, so you're literally gonna have to
No, everybody
like,
just keeps doing their job. They just cut the government out of it.
you don't want to be paying the government taxes.
No,
Like,
you just cut them out. I know. I told you, it's like the British thing all over again. Like the money goes to a government that doesn't represent us, that kills us, uses our money to fund its globalist schemes, uh, and Boston Massacre jokes. I don't know. Like same shit's happening. I mean, like that. What is this? That flyer, is that the Elijah McClain stuff? The police there, or is that from other stuff? Look at that guy driving around with a flag. It's like one
oh,
fucking party there in Portland, bro.
maybe there are no fireworks in the precinct. Like,
It's just.
they bad at.
I said
Well,
like,
that's what I
whoa!
said.
Look at that! Look
They
at that!
should
Look
have.
at that shoe with the statue. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
that
done.
that's that
Portland.
shit I've been saying they should be doing in Portland.
Portland is the best. Portland's winning. It's like no, Portland knows how to have a fun though. I tell you that much. They're like one big like anarchy V mass Antifa party. Like this is like like I said, like these are like the grandfathers of the steampunk, or not steampunk, cyberpunk, right?
I'm not saying steampunk, man.
No, no,
So
no.
we on our
Like, aren't guys like this that show up in all black, that shoot fireworks, do weird meme stuff, just rebel against the entire system? Aren't these guys like the next, like, like these guys didn't exist most of all, like most win.
I don't. That's a good question. I don't
You
know
know what I
when like
mean?
meme code
Like
when
this style
Harambe
of
died.
protest,
2016.
the fuck the
2016 when
system
Harambe.
protest. Like we haven't
Oh,
seen
the
it
fuck the system protest. Okay.
since maybe like the '70s. We haven't seen it until like the last 50 years ish, and if you ever see it then, like not too often.
Yeah.
I know Occupy
It's,
was technically that against the Wall Street, so that would technically count.
I thought you meant like the whole meme culture protest
N-
and like
all of it though,
and all that
but
shit.
just like
You
not
know.
like it's not like a civil rights protest, but it's like we're full on this whole system and reality stupid, so we're gonna do fireworks and put fucking troll you with shit and tag shit up and just do weird stuff compared to normal protests.
Have you seen the Manny will not be
Driving around. Look at
televised?
this. Look at this.
Shit.
Look at that. They're driving right by. Like this shit's crazily awesome.
Speaking of drive-bys, I I
Not
saw
again.
I went to Luke's page on Twitter, and he had the whole thing like he was neutral in it with like the whole video of the guy killing two people,
Yeah, I was gonna say there's
like
no
running them over.
people. Yeah, go.
Luke was like, "Oh, why were they in the street? Did he do this with malicious intent?" I was like, "What do you?" Okay, first of all, there were protests. Like, yeah, like we've seen people shut down highways before, and was this done with malicious intent? You clearly see this motherfucker swerve to hit these people, you know. And then you had people in the fucking in the comments like, "Oh, like they shouldn't have been protesting the street. Like they got what they deserve." And there was one dude where I just had it with him, and I was like, "Bro, give me your license. Like you don't need that shit. Like you're a psychopath. Like you should not be driving. Take your ass on the bus." The same shit we said what happened yesterday. Well, we were right. Dudes would come out in droves to defend that guy because they don't understand how basic road laws work. So a lot of people don't need to be driving. Is what I'm getting at here. Just the basic shit like that.
So I pulled up the picture. Like I'm done with this. It's not the debate. Like you're on the side of communism if you're pro running people over. We've had this debate, and when was it? The '80s with for the Tiananmen Square guy. Like we've had this. We're
Yeah.
done. As a world, we decided you're allowed to get in the way of people to protest. It's never been not from a world we've accepted this. But again, to fascists and communists, I'm grouping them together because they are the same essentially, like evil communists. Not complicated. But like we've seen this. Like authoritarians, like they're for this. Like they're that's it. They're take it's the Great Awakening, like the Qs want to say it is. It truly everybody's showing their true colors this year. Everybody's been on because think about it. We have an economic, like they said, we have an economic crisis. We have a health crisis. Now we have a civil
Yeah,
rights crisis. We have a police state crisis. Like all of our crises are happening at the
and
same time.
things
So everybody
it's
has
just
to take.
collapsing on
A
itself.
political crisis. The two-party system is completely falling apart. It's hilarious. Um, Everything's falling apart this year because the system was hollow, and everybody's having to take a stand. And people with half a brain are starting to realize people I've been following are just been misled too their whole life, and they think they know what the hell they're doing. And so it really seems like it is the young generation that it all comes down to because they're not morons. Because like I said, like there's overthinking, and like what Luke's doing is seriously overthinking. Like, right?
He's trying to play that 4D chess shit. He's like, no, there's a
Yeah.
different layer to it. Like, there's something else that I'm not understanding. It's like, nah, fam, it is really
We're in a
simple. Like, you
full-on rebellion, and he's like, "Well,
see,
I don't know if I'm with the rebels." Like, exactly.
he don't. The rebels aren't always
He's
right
the
in
80.
his mind.
He's the 80%.
He's the eighty
He's the
percent.
80%. And
I
that's
don't
why
know.
I said the
Aaron,
Boogs. I was
I think
pretty
he's
sure the Boogs were in the 10%. I was pretty
I,
sure. I
I'm pretty
figured.
sure Luke is in that 10% that's evil because the fact that
But
the fact that he saw the video and he's
well,
like, huh.
he's Polish. Like I'm pretty sure like his family like World War like
In World War II, probably had to fucking escape Nazis or some shit.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I
I
think he's
mean,
mentioned it once or twice.
he
And he's He's
Luke
Polish.
sees that video of two people getting ran over and
Yeah.
thinks the driver is in the right, essentially. Like, he thinks the driver is, he thinks there's a debate to
He
have.
thinks, yeah, I know. He thinks the protesters are the aggressor.
Yeah, he thinks the
That's
people that got ran over did something like they weren't just walking there already. You know?
they don't understand the concept of liberty. Like they seriously think you attacking me is somehow not infringing on my liberty. Like they seriously, that's what they think. It's seriously, they think you inconveniencing them is the same as physical assault because they're dumb. They have zero IQs and can never think. Like it's that simple. It's sadly that simple. Running people over is bad. It's serious. Like I'd be
That's all you need to
swerving
know,
to
but they
dodge.
don't get that.
Like
They
you
don't
know,
get that,
I
dude.
swerve to dodge a cat. I'll swerve to dodge a raccoon. I'll swerve to dodge a bird. I'll swerve to dodge a fucking squirrel. I'll swerve to dodge a fucking deer. I'll put my headlights on high and drive slow at night if there's probably where I go through the deer sections. I'm on alert to dodge people. These people are on alert to run people over.
They hit the gas.
I,
Like how how in Rainbow
it's
we say I'm gonna
crazy.
pull the trigger to the mag empty. These dudes like I'm gonna step on the gas to the tank empty.
Like it literally when he did that, it literally looked like Grand Theft Auto, and it was one of those. I was like, "We're fucking this simulation."
Yeah,
I had a complete simulation moment.
there's no I don't understand how there's a debate about that. It's like guilty, case closed. It's like you going to jail for the rest of your life. If not, you're just getting the fucking death sentence from me if I'm your judge.
I think again the Matrix will go down as one of the best literary pieces of our time because of how metaphorically awesome it was. Like everybody's like these sheeple's personalities are so scripted based on a finite number of they have a finite number of news sources, a finite number of topics. They only talk about basic primitive conversations. Like that means you only have a finite number of responses because you're an unimaginative person. It's just simple logic, and it's being exposed. Like just confronted with protesters, run over. Like they're that meathead. They think we live in an uncivilized culture because they're uncivilized.
They really do. There's no debate. If you see someone getting hit by a car, the driver is at fault no matter what. It's really simple. It's not like these dudes. It's not like they saw this guy driving down an empty highway and decided I'm finna run in from at the last second. No, they were there just marching and protesting. This dude was like, "Oh man, I can't wait to hit these guys."
They
You
think
know,
the protesters are. They see the protesters the same as insurance grifters. The exact same.
it was like, why are they on the road if they didn't want to get hit? What kind of world do you live in? There are moments, Aaron, where I'm thinking to myself, I wish I could live in a world where police brutality isn't a problem, like how these people do. How they see it as like a foreign concept. I wish I could live in a world where people thought wearing a mask was like an assault on them, you know, because they think COVID is just that. Is a fucking fraud and it's not worth it. Like I wish I could live in a world where like
I'm
shit that is happening to us is just not a threat at all to me and I can ignore it. You know, I really wish I could live like that, but
Yeah,
I
just go
can't.
to
I've been
Portland.
exposed
That's
to
how
it
they're
too much.
living right now. I'm telling,
They
like
don't.
that's. I'm
They
looking
don't.
at this. Like they're all
They're
wearing
not.
masks.
Portland
This
doesn't
is. They're having
pretend.
fires. Like this is. That's the like. That's the future. Not like that face of it, but like this concept. Like this is the foundation of a future. Like this is. You know damn well this has got to been what a similar look like it was in America during the 17 like when they started protesting heavily though. It was looking like this. They were setting fires, doing crazy shit, working together as a squad, and then hanging out afterwards. They said a
It was beating
large
people's
crowd.
asses.
A
It was
large
beating people's
crowd.
asses. They were seeking out those loyalists.
They said a large crowd watched the Boston Tea Party. Not a small crowd, a large crowd.
Yeah, like it was a display that everybody knew what they was
Everybody
doing.
exactly. Like that's why I said like if you want to know what if America's soul about America state of America's soul, look to the youth. It's always been about the youth because they are the youth. And so it's inspiring. V Mask just on cue. Thank you God. So like just look to the youth. Like the press is there. That's the other thing that pisses me off is all these people when people are like, I'm gonna go record. Oh, watch out, don't get beat up. It's like the only people I see get beat up are the fucking right wing press. Like
Oh,
and
I see that V mask you were talking
yeah,
about.
like all the neutral media, they never get fucked with ever. And they hang out together and they talk and they chit chat. The streamers are cool with it. It's only the fucking corny fucking press guys to get their ass whooped, like, cause they
If
starting
anyone's
shit.
getting the only people that's getting ass whooped are people in front of the cops. You know,
Yeah, that too. Like
the, the
such
cops
like
being
just so much
being
fake
ass.
news. My dude, you put that mask on. What you do? Put it
I know
on
he
back
took
here.
it off. I saw that. I saw it. He took off his mask. He got to put that back on.
Oh, that's dope though. So there's one there. I told you, bro. That's the best scene. That. All right, I didn't even do my recap yet. How deep are we?
Not that deep.
1721. I mean, what are your thoughts on the Tiananmen Square tank guy? Like, you know, you was like run him over, right?
No, my thoughts on Tiananmen Square. No, that was definitely not. No, my thoughts on Tiananmen Square is like anyone else's thoughts. It was like, yeah, like that whole imagery is just iconic. Cause you know it shows like against insurmountable odds, this motherfucker is not scared, and like the tank, you know, I guess the joke would be even in Tiananmen Square, you see the tank try and go around the kid, but the kid steps in his way. These dudes are going out of their way to hit people in their cars, you know. So I think that we're worse than China at this rate. Dudes are making an effort. It's like, you
Fascism
know,
takes the lead.
the tank driver was like, I don't want to run over this kid, and like, while I have the choice not to. These dudes in these fucking sedans, it's like I can't wait to hit these guys because they know they'll get defended. They'll know like, oh, like there'll be some dumbasses online who will come to save me.
This is so cool. This is the 4th of July. I'm telling you, bro. They say this year sucks. This has been a great year. Look at like 4th of July. This happened. This guy. What is this guy doing? Maybe not that guy. Did you? Stu was just swinging this stick and bent it. He kicked it. This guy's tweaking, bro. He's tweaking. Someone gonna pick it up out of the street? Maybe. Oh, they got a fire going. They gonna light this whole bitch on fire. No, they didn't. Never mind. All right. Anyways, all right. Back to the shit. Let me know if anything happens.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Earlier today, we got Atlanta, Georgia had a turnout. Nashville, Tennessee had a turnout. We got Mystery Place, Seattle, Dallas, Columbus. Let's go. Washington, D.C., Portland. And Mystery Place. Upside down flag, wherever this is, so that's good. So did you watch Hamilton?
I was watching it, and then my wife fell asleep, and I was like, I ain't gonna watch the rest without her. I got to one of the songs that I knew though, where Angelica was talking about how she let Hamilton go after her sister, "Satisfied."
Yeah.
I knew that song. I sung that whole song with the whole fucking shit because I knew it.
You had to.
But you was right about the double timing part. Like,
There was, yeah.
like
I gotta find which song it was. I was looking. I didn't really find it.
there's a couple of songs like where the beat changes and they break it down. They go fast and they go slow. It's like, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I had a couple of good chuckles to myself whenever I forget who the dude was, but him, Hamilton, and I believe it was Jefferson was like, "We're reliable with the ladies."
Whoa.
So somebody, it's like, yeah. Maybe that's why progressive Twitter hates it. It's like, no womanizers.
Whoa. Now they're saying they were chanting America was never great. I disagree. We were great. I maybe not great, but we were pretty good.
I would agree when they say America was never great. I would agree.
You don't think
I
that
have to.
Kennedy's administration was good for almost everybody? Like Kennedy
It
got
was good
killed
for.
because
It
he was
was
so good.
good. It was good. We were on the cusp of greatness,
But
but we never got there.
like, and you don't
Was
think?
he Kennedy himself was a great
I
president, but
think just
America
the
as a
Kennedy
whole was not
administration. I
great.
think with Kennedy out of office, you could say sure it was shit. Even with MLK and Malcolm and Hampton and RFK still alive, I still like. But having the president on your side of the people, I don't know.
I think the fact that
I would want to live
that
with.
most of the system was trying to temper and hold him back is like the main reason why I say we weren't great. Because look what we was having to
At
go
least
through.
trapped out in
We was
Atlanta. Oh, that's this guy
Yeah,
that
they
they
were
said is might be the one I told you might be a anti-Semite or whatever it was, or that
anti-Semitic.
we'll get to that later. But I don't know. Anyways, go.
There's a lot more
And then
ways it's
what
important
about
to
the
know.
FDR administration?
I mean, we were again.
Maybe
There was
not
still.
great, but I mean like on the verge, on the path to
I
great.
said that. I
Okay,
said that.
so I
Like,
said
like we
wrong.
were on the path to it, but we never got there. That's why I
Okay.
say I gotta
Hey
agree.
man,
America was never great.
for fucking American dream, I would just want the American path.
It's like we can't live the dream, but we can walk the path. Damn it.
Yeah, that sounds good. I was gonna say the FDR administration. I don't know. Apparently, there's some other presidents around then that weren't shit. I'll have to look into though. I'm not sure. That's good.
They're doing
Oh,
the
they
heart
fighting.
thing again in Seattle.
What are they doing?
The Heart of Candles thing in Seattle.
Where's Dyersburg, Tennessee? Because this guy's got a Weedham Boys shirt on. Oh, they're talking to white dudes. I wonder what they're saying. Oh, there's no audio. This is revolution. Nothing like. There's a lot of revolution talk lately. I'm telling
I
you,
mean, I
bro.
think.
Well, come
I mean, we'll,
on.
we'll see.
Let's go.
We'll
Come
see
on, let's
what
go to
happens whenever
Portland.
Trump gets elected again. We'll see what happens whenever Trump gets
Oh
elected
man,
again.
man, fucking election. Let's elect in the streets. Let's elect at the at a second
Uh,
constitutional conference.
whenever they figure out that the stimulus checks only one mention American average Joes, American people. I think they'll come
Dude,
around.
Trump was supposed to be doing another check to buy his
I know,
presidency,
I
but
know,
like he's so
I know.
incompetent at buying his presidency.
Yeah, there was
That's
supposed to be another $2,000 check. I know.
never gonna do it. Or not till like the month before, so you get the check
So
the day of
so
the
hold on. So
presidency, and it's a bribe.
so politicians can be bribed to make certain laws and regulations go in like a certain faction's favor, but they can't bribe the U.S. citizens to vote for them.
Mm-mm. Oh, here we go. They're talking.
My heritage back 100%.
Oh, they're talking about heritage. Fuck. It's a waste of time. Don't even bother. I feel like debating heritage is so stupid and shit
What
like
do you
that.
mean?
Because like, we're here in the now. Like that was then. Like we're debating fucking shit that actually happened. Like it's indebatable. Like the fact that you even bothered debating it is fucking annoying.
What do you mean, like the
I
debating
don't know.
shit
They're
that
that just when you're confronted with fucking the white power guys out here, I feel like going for the heritage angle is a waste of breath.
Oh, like when they say my ancestors fought for this country.
I don't know. This guy just mentioned his heritage. The guy talking to the white power dudes, and I muted him. Like,
Oh,
I
when it's
don't.
their white, like, oh, white power is
He
my
was like, I
heritage.
don't
And
know.
it's like,
No,
well,
this dude was literally like, I can trace my heritage, and I muted him. Like that's all I got. But I was like, I don't, I don't know what they were talking about. I would just shit on like, stop worrying about their and your heritage. Focus on the human right in front of you and changing them. Like, or debate, or trying to open and, or just make them feel
well,
guilty. Like they
well,
all
you
just
know me,
standing around looking smug. Like you need to disarm them of their smugness and get them on the defensive with logic.
I just let them be stupid at this rate.
That's how they've been their whole lives.
I know they're not gonna stop now. That's exactly the point. If they live their whole lives being dumb, who am I to stop them from being dumb for the rest of it? You
It's
know,
reflecting
it's
on
clearly
us
too
now.
late for them.
The past is reflecting on the present now.
Oh gosh.
You gotta understand
But
that.
that's just me. You know, I'm pretty sure there's other people's like, nah, you gotta change their minds.
The past is
They're
reflecting
just
on us
telling the
now.
white people the past is reflecting on the now.
Tell them, Pooh.
You're never gonna beat them with fakes.
Tell them, Pooh.
Tell them they're stupid. It's like, no. There's Norfolk, Virginia, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Denver,
What do you mean by that, sir?
Louisville,
Pooh.
San
Come here.
Diego.
Come on.
I
Come
don't
on,
know
Pooh.
where this other one is. Nashville, Buffalo, New York. Buffalo's back home.
Those
Bill's Mafia.
Bills, I mean, you know they know how to party
Mm-hmm.
over in Buffalo.
Shout out to John Brown. He played for
Anybody
them.
that just anybody that just jumps through tables while chugging beers just for the hell of it,
Yeah.
you know, I think I could get down with these shits, man.
Shit. Man, look who their quarterback is. That dude crazy too. On the field at least. Crazy.
Just like, oh shit, my team's playing in town. Oh, we finna get fucked up and break a couple ribs in the process. I like it when they throw other people through tables too. This is like
Whoa.
you going through the table too, bitch.
But this gentleman and I,
If I was the Bills owner, I would start selling those tables at the stadium. You know,
it's the same.
just have like a little booth.
You have to talk about the past if you actually
Exactly.
get shit done. Without one side taking everything.
Still got statues.
They think they got him in a gotcha.
So again, right? We can all agree that the media says whatever the hell they want about what's happening right now.
Wow, it's really just a crowd of black people confronting a crowd of white people in Dyersburg, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
It's like a whole bunch of. Well, there's also a white person with a rainbow shirt on, so I'm pretty sure they're not with the white people. They hate rainbows. Got 'em.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now they think they must have came to some type of common agreement. I don't know. I don't have time for this shit.
Who throws a rock and it runs to the back.
They're still going at. They'd sit there and debate for a while. See, that's the point of the protest. You know, get the KKK without their hoods on and talk to them. See if they'll change.
Maybe this is just me, but I don't care for changing the minds of a KKK person.
Come on, they're not all KKK.
I mean, that's the. I mean, hey, if we can all agree all cops are bastards, I could say there's no good KKK members as well.
That's a good point.
That's my stance on it.
Well, the cops and Klan go hand in hand, so.
That's my stance. I'm not interested in changing the mind of a cop, like all those dudes that fucking killed Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Elijah McClain. The list goes on. Sandra Blanche. The list goes on and on and on. Trayvon Martin. You know, I ain't interested in talking to them. Their stance is clear. You know, they're set in their ways. Ain't no coming back from that. To
And
me.
And the sheriff's office is standing on from this picture, just on the. Well, there's that white dude over there. I don't know. I can't see enough in this video. Shit, a weird situation. They brought the heat though to protest. I don't know. Looks like the only people with guns is the cops right here, but hard to tell for sure.
This is the red carpet for the EBT award show. What is happening? Is this a pot protest? You sound like a fool.
Dang, DC looked like it had a decent
I'm
turnout.
literally getting attacked right now for talking about a blunt, but it's okay.
Well, this chick's chanting 4 more years in DC.
Of course she is. She.
What are they chanting
Well,
4 more years of? What, protests? Would be the joke?
no, you
Like,
know what they're talking
No, I know,
about.
but you know, but what I'm saying is with the current state of the country the way it is and total shit, and she's chanting
They
4
think
more
this is-
years
they-
of it, there's
they
not going to be a
think-
country left in 4 more years at this rate.
Aaron, they think this is great. You know that meme of like the
Yeah,
dog sitting around and everything's on fire. He's like, "This is fine." That's those people. Like 4 more years, this is fine.
Yeah, I know, mass protests every day. Fucking people debating whether masks are needed or not. Fucking meanwhile, you're out bitching about 4 more years. Well, like,
Yeah, they want Trump to rot in that bunker, dude. Just stay in that bunker for 4 more years, dude.
I know somebody said he was back in DC. He was gonna cause a bigger turnout. I was like, he gonna be in the bunker. Like, who cares? He gone. He ain't Nixon and Kissinger. He just gonna hide. Ooh, fireworks in DC. Boom, oh. This guy's recording with like his fucking iPad. It's one of those guys. Or maybe it's a, no, it looks like an iPad. Boom, they're at the Washington Monument. I told Zach, I still said it, you ain't get there in the movie yet, but like I said, just remember Washington appointed an immigrant abolitionist to Treasury, which helped in the long run win the Civil War. I was like, so like you could shit on Washington, but he also won the war on slavery, like, or helped Lincoln, like, and also wanting a strong federal government over the states helped win that war. Like all of that shit helped too, though. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe. Too optimistic
I heard a bottle crack somewhere. Hold up.
Is it good?
Oh, Portland police riot. Here we go.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What? On the 4th of
Eric
July?
Johnson. Eric Johnson. Yeah, that's tear gas.
Use tear gas.
Fascists always use tear gas on their celebratory days.
They use tear gas. Here, I got some spray. Hold on, stay right here.
Nice to see that they restocked the tear gas supply.
Right in the middle of it.
They're blowing the whistles. Exit the trenches, boys. Go, go, go.
Why'd they do that?
Probably for the fireworks.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure it was because they're in a city area and it's like letting off fireworks is illegal unless you
So
pay
the-
the city to do
So
it.
chemically gassing the citizens is better for
No, remember,
the
every-
city.
No,
than-
no, and remember, every city has a fireworks show every fucking 4th of July. They just pay the city to do it, you know? Or the city gives them permission. So it's not really illegal to set off fireworks in the city. It's illegal
Did
for,
they just
for
like
poor
spam
people to
them
do
from
it.
like a roof or something?
There was like 4 riot cops that were.
Nah, they all just came out of their
Did they
little
come from the
pen
top
and
of the
just
building,
like
too?
tear gas everywhere.
Oh, that
Tear
sounds
gas.
like the KKK members of the police force are making themselves known.
Yeah.
I don't see random acts of violence from the police the same anymore. I'll tell you that much.
They're not random.
Exactly. So when they do shit like that, I don't trust that they're doing something morally right. I trust they're probably doing something morally wrong.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just based on the character of the people, not based on anything else.
It's all about the character.
I've seen them for like 30 nights be assholes. I don't think now all of a sudden they just following the law. I'll tell you that.
So I've seen them be assholes for 22 years.
No, I meant the Portland PD. Personally,
Oh,
I've seen
those-
them night after
okay.
night. Like, just like I watched. Like that's repeat behavior, nightly. They love it. Anyways, let me know if anything else
It's
happens.
the highlight, man. When they go home, beat their wives to have sex with them.
They meet.
You know, whenever they're punching the shit out of their wives because their wife didn't want to have sex with them and they force themselves upon her. I'm pretty sure they're thinking about how they tear gas a bunch of civilians that day, and that's what gets them off.
Trump signed DC earlier. The dude walking with her behind her had one of those Chinese fans with your hand.
Yeah,
The irony.
Kyoshi Warriors type shit.
Yeah, how ironic is that? Trump supporter, and then her cuck boyfriend. It looked like her. I don't. Maybe it was her son. I can't really tell these things.
He's a cuck either way.
He had a fan from a different culture. That's America for you. We're pro-America in name only.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much it.
This is crazy. They're doing fireworks. Jeez. They had a turnout in St. Petersburg, Florida today. Oh, TK's, I don't know, getting interviewed or doing something on earlier today. So in Seattle. Do you feel like getting arrested on the 4th of July for protesting is one of the most sacrilege, illegal, treasonous acts? Or do you think going to work as the police state on the day we rebelled from the police state, the biggest sacrilege of today?
Definitely the going to work for the police. Definitely
You know what I
going to work
mean?
for the police. Yeah, I do.
Like, that's what happened. Like, you celebrating this while doing the British's job. Like, and you acted like you proud.
Do you think this is what so in Hamilton, you know, whenever King James is like, "You'll be back," you think this is what he meant?
Yeah, pretty much. They went through a grocery store protest and nobody stole any bananas.
Yeah.
It looks like. I didn't mean that because I meant because bananas are good. And I'd eat a banana.
Dude.
I don't know if I wouldn't steal a banana from a protest because then it'd soil the protest. But if I could, you know, bananas are good. I don't know. I don't look at fruit the same as other people say. No.
Man, I love me some fruit. I just bought like a variety of the shit. I want to start growing fruit in the garden
What are
whenever
you
I move
growing?
out of this
So you
place.
don't even have fruit already? None of
No,
that?
there's no fruit. It's all just herbs and potatoes.
Weirdo. You need no tomatoes?
No, I need more space. There's not a lot of space. Tomatoes take up a lot of space. I know I'm gonna want an apple tree. I would like a walnut tree, but I gotta make sure that, like, none of those are cedar trees because my son's are into cedar trees right now. I definitely want I want like a bush that produces some sort of food. I don't know if it's gonna be like a berry bush, like, you know. I'm definitely gonna have like potatoes, carrots. I don't know. Trees are kind of hard. Like fruit trees, they're hard to maintain. At least I think they are. I don't know if they actually are, but to just like the whole thought of having to take care of shit that's in the ground, taking care of a whole tree seems like it'll be pretty rough. Hey, Robert Evans just popped up on
Yeah.
Woke.
Yes, that's my guy. I love him. That's my new
I
current
don't know.
man crush, by the way. Robert Evans.
That's your dude.
Yeah, he's like, he's quirky, he's silly, he's smart as fuck. He researches, he reads, he's pro gun as a motherfucker. He be doing
You gay
ATF
as
and
hell.
he be doing Waco jokes. Like that's my dude.
You gay as fuck.
Man, a little
Having a
bit. That's
man
my cousin.
crush.
Fireworks now because I think people are just getting ready for the cops to do their thing. Yeah.
Robert Evans.
Well, my
Fuck, I've
parents
been
might have gotten a
binging
little
his
tear
shit.
gassed.
His podcast.
Yep.
So they said, let me know what shit happens when the cops show up.
Alright. Alright.
So earlier today, Brooklyn had a big one. Like the video was like showing people walking by, and he was like, "It's been like this for 10 minutes." And there's a Cut the Plastic streaming in Denver earlier today, and it's got the same thing. He's just standing still on like the sidewalk, and people are just going by for fucking forever. It seems. So my real point though it's not that the massive protests today, surgence is absolutely everywhere. That's fine. That's normal and it's good. Do you feel like this might shoot us a little bump of cocaine back into the movement, getting everybody back out again and re-energized?
So you're saying we should do cocaine so we can protest for longer?
No, like having a large group new people show up and either get indoctrinated into the movement or just them showing up and supporting keeps the daily people out because they see people support them and are
I
willing
think
to
it
come
definitely
out.
is like the more like new people come out, like the people who are already there is like, yeah, I'll keep doing it. You know. And definitely like as long as you keep consistency, you know, you'll always get more people coming out.
This is the biggest demonstration we've
Because
seen in a little while.
I don't know, but maybe there's like a
Doing good, how are
threshold
you?
for some people. It's like I won't support the movement until it gets this big. Like how
Seaplane?
with COVID, people were like, I won't take COVID seriously until this amount of people die. You know, to us that sounds really dumb, but that's how people's brains work apparently.
No, that is how they work. You can see that with music. If a person ain't popular, they don't listen to them.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You're right.
This is trained behavior. They were taught to think like that.
So I do think the police are a little bit more reticent to go in.
Again, as you know,
Their usual
and
way.
as just like like the games we play and the guys we fuck with and the shit like that, we're always part of a small percentage. We're always the minority of like music genre, quality, which fucking Rainbow by playing a competitive shooter opposed to a casual shooter. We're always some
Man, I ain't trying to be a
marginalized.
Spartan. I'm trying to be an elite. You feel me? I'm trying to be elite out here. War.
Whoa.
But I get what you're saying. You're
Like
like,
as
bro,
gamers and as
I think that
weebs
comes
and
from like a
your
place
anime.
of like always trying to better yourself. I think as like I think as a man, you know, I'm like one of the lessons I'm trying to teach actors is like you should always seek to improve yourself. Like always seek betterment. Always try and challenge yourself. As soon as you stop challenging yourself, that's when you start lacking and you get left behind. So always seek improvement in whatever you do.
Pacific Beach in California had a protest today. I don't know where the fuck that is. We should ask our local California guy on that one.
Is that Snack Dude?
I don't know. It's somewhere around there. You figure? Yeah, I was referencing. Yeah, we got guys everywhere, bro. We got two guys in the South, in the dirty South. We got you for the Texas area. We got fucking him for the fucking California beach area. We got the plan. We got C plan for the Kentucky region. You got me for the Ohio PA region.
Corey's in
Him and
Alabama.
Bravo got that area.
Oh yeah, that's right. Bravo's in Georgia. Where's DeLeon?
Illinois. He
Illinois,
goes. I don't hear from him.
True.
We in the middle of a revolution. He ain't hit me up. I don't trust him.
Where's T-Track at? Where's T-Track? I always forget.
Titty Track.
I know he's told us before.
I don't know.
I forget. I always forget where he's based out of.
When a black man who was killed by Portland police, and the crowd appears to be
I don't.
moving down between the federal courthouse and the Justice Center. LG's offering pens to get people's names on them.
Oh, I think they're about to get
Their
arrested.
number on people's arms. Yep.
I'm watching it live at the moment.
Oh yeah.
They marching. So here's a really unique thing about this, Aaron. So before they got tear gas, people were kind of dispersed. You know, they were kind of just milling about and everything. And it wasn't there wasn't like a main focus besides shoot lasers at the precinct and set a flag on fire in front of it and shoot fireworks at it. Barry was kind of just minding their own business. But they got tear gas, and now you see everybody's focus. Like, they're all aiming one direction, you know? Like, literally, the cops making their own enemies.
This is what I've been trying to
Literally.
figure out how to phrase, and I agree with the last part, how you phrased that. This is what I had said, though. This is the start of Cyberpunk. This is the start. This is fuck around and have fun until the man shows up, and now we're here to fuck you up. Like, they're like trained to go. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just so weird seeing how like they weren't even marching. They were at their destination, and then these motherfuckers shot tear gas, and it was like, all right, we're organized. Boom,
Like,
just like that. Everybody one direction. Let's go.
Just I maybe think about it as like rock artists, like you, milling around, dicking around. That's making the mute, writing it, making it, doing coke and shit, and everybody's having fun. And then going out and performing and going fucking bonkers and the sex afterwards, that's the protest, and that's fucking with the cops, and that's the big clash, the big payoff. Like, it becomes like a thing for them, like for like revolutionaries, you hunt that thrill, and it's being
Yeah.
programmed into these people, which is a good thing, and they're creating enemies, which is a good thing. Like, for the people don't like the police, they just don't. They just want to shoot lasers and fireworks, and they're like, no. Look at this dude dressed as like a spaceman. You see this shit? What kind of suit
Yeah,
is
I
that?
did. Yeah, the dude in the fucking silver. I don't know.
What
was
is
going
that?
on with him.
What are those?
I don't know. I
Look,
don't know.
He's even got a helmet on.
I know he's ready for something.
Stop following him.
Stop looking at his ass, Robert
Stop
Evans.
looking at my dude's no ass.
He's got that pancake booty, just flat.
Yeah. My dude.
Somebody's into that. Robert Evans is following this guy. He is keeping that camera framed on that
Maybe
ass.
they know him, I guess. Oh man, that hard shit is amazing in Seattle, by the way.
Yeah.
I said the street art, maybe not all the graffiti and the wall stuff, like except the one that's done by people that know what they're doing.
I'm about to say, like,
Yeah.
there's a difference between,
Yeah.
like, I would say graffiti art and graffiti statement pieces,
Or I was
which
gonna
I think
say,
a lot like
or tagging.
go ahead. Yeah, tagging.
But shit
there's
like
definitely
this,
a difference.
and that Breonna Taylor, the circle area with the lights, like they look amazing. I mean, even though the fire area with that fake deer and shit, that's pretty cool too.
Yeah,
with the
take that deer
fireworks.
down.
Oh, the Popo and Eric Greatwood.
Or
Or is that just a light?
It's dark
Never
as shit.
mind.
Yeah, it's dark as shit. I can't even tell what's going on. Some fucking fire in the middle of the street over in Anita Noel Green.
No, I think that's the area where they do their fires.
Oh. Then the stealthian voice just came on and was like, if y'all keep shooting fireworks at the courthouse, we're finna come arrest y'all.
I keep shooting.
I went to, I don't
It sounds like you guys want more of them.
This is why that shit, like, don't tell someone not to do something, they're gonna make them want to do it. You think there's someone else who's like, shit, I didn't buy enough fireworks.
What kind of fire? Hey, John. One of my parents just got tear gas. Yeah. We'll see. Oh, sorry, I just got my thing going. Hey, John. All right. Yeah, I'm sure they're fine.
Well, we got the Kylene, Texas back home.
Yeah, I don't know what's
Another
gonna
team.
happen. What do you think? I mean, I think they might try to wait until the crowd gets smaller because there's so many folks here. And these folks have explosives, so that has to be factoring into their
He
calculation.
said they gotta factor
And
that
they
in that they got
have succeeded in
explosives.
reducing the number of
Oh my god, that is a good point.
fireworks that are being shot at the
Oh,
courthouse.
repeat that. I couldn't really
So
hear him.
Robert
I
Evans
honestly
is
think they
talking to
might
someone,
keep
asked him what he
circulating the
thinks, and
ORAD and
basically Robert
calling from
Evans
different areas
says
to
they
keep
got
the crowd
explosives,
moving
maybe
and
the
not
cops will
setting
be
off
hesitant.
explosives. Because that might prove to
I
be a
was like,
successful
oh yeah, it's a
strategy
good
until this
point. The
thing's out
cops
and they
like
can beat people up.
can't beat up
I
unarmed
don't
people
know.
right now. They have some weapons. Huh. It's almost like the police response changes based on your
We'll
weaponry.
see. There are no cops.
If you were
I
unarmed
mean,
Not
with
really.
the lasers, they come beat the shit out of you.
you know, eventually this is gonna be like, you have hands. That's a weapon.
Man,
You're
they
armed.
thought your finger was a gun.
I mean, yeah, we know that's bullshit. You're exactly right. You know, anything can be a gun to these cops. A wallet, a
Yeah.
picture, your hand.
Bulge.
Someone on
It's
the
like,
other
whoa, is
phone?
that a gun in your pants? Or you just happy to see me? You
Giving
know,
some
you
very
got
good
a
advice
camera, you have
about how if you
pencils,
stand here,
markers.
police
It's
could
like
come
anything's a
from all
gun to these
directions.
people. That's all they see is guns.
She says she's fine
San
staying
Fran
here
had a
because fuck
turnout.
the police.
Austin, Texas.
If we stand here, I want some allies in the front to protect some people of color, and the crowd comes surging forward. Yep. People with helmets and shields taken to the front
Sacramento.
to be
They're
able to
not
protect
skating though.
people of color who are in the crowd.
Banging on some drums like some
Unfortunately,
like
people have not taken yet the advice to get out of this
I'm
intersection
not
where the
sure.
police can come from all four
Cool
sides.
dudes.
Which that would be also a piece of
We
advice
got like a
that I
couple
recommend
minutes left on this stream.
people
I gotta
take.
cut it. Like shit's about to go down in Portland.
So, yeah, in case you're missing, a black woman with a megaphone got on and said that she wanted to warn people this is a bad position because the police can come in from all sides, which they can. And she also said that if we're going to stay here, and she's trying to stay here because she
Phoenix,
lives here,
Arizona had one.
it would be good for people to get folks who are white and who can handle, who have shields and shit up to the
Well, the
front
police state in Austin
to
showed
kind
up.
of protect people of color who are after this. Yeah, I think they're shooting from inside now. I'm going to get eyes on the courthouse.
Oh, the gas and oh, no, they're not. Are they?
They might be shooting at folks from inside the courthouse again.
Oh, they're shooting.
Oh, yeah, somebody. Hey, who's shooting? Is somebody.
Oh, look at this dude with the
Nobody in the
shield.
courthouse.
These dudes got like fucking
So
Roman
this is the
centurion
lobby of the
shields.
federal
I think.
courthouse here,
Did
Well,
you
there's a
see
shield
that?
right there on the side of Adam Costello.
setting off fireworks there. This is what got
the
people tear
fuck?
gassed a little bit ago.
Dang, shit about to go down.
So,
Maybe
might
they
have
will
gotten
just
to
start
the-
bringing
a little bit.
fucking bats and shields and start fucking whacking the shit out of each other, you
Quite
know?
possible.
That
It's
might have
not
been more
unfeasible.
preferable.
That's why
There's
they have the
definitely-
rubber bullets and all the
there's
other
decent chance
projectile
they're
ones,
shooting
though.
from inside. You can see people trying to block it with lasers.
But it would be interesting. Well, Hong Kong. Oh my God, Hong Kong flag cape. Yes, I
Oh
second
my
that. Hunter
gosh,
cape.
that is nice.
The hunters are
That is
there.
nice.
Destiny's hunters are
The
there.
Destiny.
He's a hunter. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at he seriously.
He
He's got
does
the
look
hat.
like he got a hood, the
He's-
cape.
He's got
fucking
pants on. He's all
I know
one
what's gonna
unit.
happen.
The
This is
dude's a ninja
real
hunter.
fight.
It's a
Maybe
ninjalino.
Ninjalino hunter?
Maybe more than they want to disperse. All these people
That's
have
my cousin
explosives.
right there.
Maybe they
Free
don't
Hong
want to deal with
Kong.
dispersing a giant crowd with explosives. But also, folks are like setting up fireworks.
How's that,
like,
by the
right
way?
in
People
the
who have
federal
never
courthouse,
met,
which I
you know,
don't know that they're gonna
face
put
to
up with
face,
very
can
long
fly each other's
either.
flags in solidarity. Like, yo, we stand with Joe.
Yeah, did you see that Japan one I
Feds
showed?
in
Like
there are not
Japanese
bound by the same
anarchists
I
ROE
did.
as
supporting
the
them.
rest
Like,
of the
Yeah.
police.
damn.
So ROE is the
I
rest
did.
of the police.
Oh, blue laser.
So they were able to use tear gas a little earlier.
These are powerful ass lasers. I wonder where
I
they
don't know
get
what's
them
going to
from.
happen. This is
I
kind of an
want- I
That's probably
know.
that's probably a question I can't legally ask.
Nah, they're like online. That
I've
one,
never seen something like this.
anonymous textbook blueprint thing. They said they're like $10. You get them like a gadget store or something.
Oh.
But you could probably get them online. Though.
Bro, fucking Adam Castillo, they are shining the
This is an
lasers, throwing
interesting
fireworks,
situation.
and
Remember,
everything
Bezos
at
will
these
sell to both
people.
sides. He'll sell you lasers and VMAS. Like Bezos don't. All money spent the same to warlords. They don't care.
To the federal
True,
courthouse is
true.
I showed you
concrete
VMAS, number
buildings,
one seller. I was like, oh, well,
unlikely
Bezos don't
to,
care.
You think
catch
gun
on fire
companies
or
would sell to
anything.
both
Like, I don't
sides?
feel
I
like
think
the
they would.
crowds actually
They kind
That's
of
the
they know they
capitalist in them, though.
do. They don't realize
Yeah,
it all the
that's the
time. But
yeah, that's the capitalist in them, though,
Yeah.
right? Because it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't care as long as I make a profit.
yeah, gun runners don't care.
So I don't know. We'll see what is
Remember that shit
It
was
never.
no brand loyalty, you know?
Yeah. That turns into Borderlands and Hyperion and stuff, because that was the point Marcus was selling to both sides. One of the
Yeah.
audio logs. And is never really talked about. Also, by the way, like it's just audio. So again, clever storytelling, not the ass in Borderlands 2. But also that the gun manufacturers, like you saw, Hyperion just goes evil with it. Jacobs, they all have different personalities too. It's like what? We don't have. Oh, smoke. They smoked like. Where did the smoke come from?
Maybe you're ahead of me right now. I
was on
don't
the
see
Robert
any
Evans.
smoke. Oh no, I see
It
it. I
said
see
cool zone adjacent times, bro. We are in cool zone adjacent. Do you know about the cool zone?
it. I am the cool zone, but no, I don't really know about it.
Just gassing them. Are they throwing the gases back? Boom! Fireworks. This is what I call the 4th of July.
Look at all that smoke, smoke in the air, smoke in the lungs.
Nobody's. The laser looks weird in the smoke. Nobody should fly this close to the sun.
Had respirators in there dropping fireworks. And we had one, I think a pepper ball was zing past our heads. But I doubt they were aiming for that, to be honest. Ooh, yeah, there's some fucking gas in the air.
It was spicy.
Yeah. That's a lot. Yeah.
Ooh, more fireworks. Yo, this fucking spider cam shit is insane. I mean, we're Spider-Man. Got fucking so many different eyes.
You can't see shit now in front of that building. That's some rainbow smoke nades.
I know that was a building. I thought that was a smoke. I thought that was the hot box zone.
Oh no, don't bring up hotboxing with me.
Shit, cuz. They hotboxing in Portland. They're like, oh shit. That building, man. The cops need to stop smoking in that building, man. Look at that.
I know. I'm pretty sure there's just no smoking laws inside buildings, you know?
Yeah, they just.
Hell, I can't even smoke inside my own house because my wife won't let me.
No cigars.
Yeah, no cigars inside the house.
No
I can't even smoke cigars.
Alright. We're in the last minute. Any final
All
stuff?
right. Nah, I mean, hey, this is America, you know. I wouldn't celebrate 4th of July. I'm probably never going to celebrate 4th of July again unless America stands what it says it should stand for. Shit got to change before I'm like, yeah, I'm all for it. I'll celebrate the day we declared independence. And I encourage others to do the same. That's probably my spiel about that.
I think Robert Evans said the cool zone was a cool place, cool times in history to live in. This is a cool zone. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll be back with part 2.